Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Carrie to the World, and I am doing another monthly mother and baby chat video. I did do one for this month, but my footage, don't know where it went. And then disaster struck. My camera stand broke where I fit the camera on, so not a good start, but never mind. Since my last video, Henry has had his discipline assessment, which is basically testing his development. He's also been doing more sessions at the nursery and has really settled in. At first he did start to cry, but now he goes in and gets on with it. He's absolutely loving nursery. I'm going to be picking him up very soon, so I need to make sure I have my phone on me. You keep these quite short this month, but he's settling in very well in the nursery, and the multi-discipline assessment was basically doing a selection of activities, and they had a sheet of different activities that they had to go through and see how he was. For example, building bricks, how he was, and concentrate playing activity. Then shortly afterwards they got him to sort of play with a ball, go up some steps on this sort of like, what would you call it? It's like a smaller version of a climbing frame, basically. And then just seeing how he responds, his speech, how he reacts. A bit behind on being able to sit down and concentrate on doing certain tasks, but I knew that anyway. With Henry, he does like to constantly have different activities, and he's very wild because he wants to be entertained all the time, but he can, play on his own. He's still struggling to join in as such. I went in monkey music, and they have to have one part where they have to try and find where monkey is, and all the kids go looking for it, but Henry just goes off looking around but has no idea what's going on. So we've been trying to do similar activities at home for him to use his observation skills, and we use it for SpongeBob, and also he's got a cuddly toy monkey as well, which we use to do similar activities to get him learning about searching for things, and so I'm sure it will come in time. But he is saying more words as each day goes. He's now 2 years and come up to 8 months, and is still a learning curve for me. I'm still struggling to control his hitting at times, but I am stepping back a lot more to observe him, and it is more to do with communication. Like yesterday he was trying to communicate, and what he was trying to get was his SpongeBob toy, because I had confiscated it from him a couple of days ago for his hitting and biting. But then he was trying to communicate that he wanted to get his toy. So a lot of it is frustration, so I'm trying to be a bit more, trying to observe a lot more and just not rushing in, because it's so easy as a parent to rush in. It can be frustrating because you go for everything, do they want more water, something to drink, they want something to eat, they're tired, you go for the whole thing, and it's frustrating. I can see it's frustrating to him because he's trying to tell me something and he can't. So that's the I would say the tasks that we're trying to work on, trying to get him to communicate, and funny because when you actually do what he's still trying to get you to do, he will give you, he'll give you a round of applause. So I think he's learning that I'm learning too, and so we're getting there. Being a parent, it's not it's the most rewarding job, but it's also can be mind-boggling, and there'll be times where you can be pulling your hair out, especially meal times. But we're doing good at meal times. I've now tried to get Henry to feed himself. It's slowly but surely getting there. And what the nursery are trying to do is trying to support me in that as well. I'm trying to do the same things as what we're doing. So pick him up, I know he'll be tired. By the time I pick him up, I'll be due for his nap. And so his routine has slightly changed due to nursery. His naps after nursery is a lot later in the day, but that's fine because then it will mean that I'll give him sort of a late lunch, give him a lunch round about. We've now got his lunch between 5 and half 5, and it's funny how it kind of slots in, because they say, oh, you should be feeding your child before 5 o'clock, or no later than 5. You shouldn't be feeding your child no later than 12. But sometimes it's very difficult when you've got appointments, clubs, to get in them set times. So, and what I've learned is that it's good to be flexible. You know, it's good to have an idea of time of when to feed your child, but not a set time, because sometimes it will be tricky to try and feed them down on that time. And so what we do, we kind of give ourselves like an half an hour slot. So breakfast time is all between 7, half 7, lunch is between 12, half 12, or sometimes if he has like a nap, I say about 11, and he sleeps till so half 1, it'll be half 12 to, so it'll be from half 1 to half 2, depending on when he has his nap, and depending on when if he's had anything in between. You try not to give too many snacks, but try and also make sure that he's not too hungry, but hungry enough so he eats his dinner, because I find when Henry's not hungry enough, that's when he will tend to play up when it comes to meal time. So balancing it out can be the tricky thing, but once you kind of get into a routine, you do find the way as such. Lots of it is kind of improvisation and trial and error. It's not hard to set it in stone because it depends on the child, and sometimes they may not be hungry at 5 o'clock. So and like dinner is always between, I say, 4:45 to 5:30. Bedtime is between, so we do start with, sometimes I will now give him a bath before dinner time, or I'll give him a bath in the afternoon before dinner, and then dinner and then bed. And bedtime is between, so story time is between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, to make sure he's in bed 7. He doesn't always go to sleep at 7. It depends how tired he is, but but that's the kind of random amount of time that he will start to get tired, and we'll start getting ready for bed. That's it really. He is doing a lot better in terms of he can now tidy up. When I can get him to tidy up now, Henry, by making it into a game. So I'll come and I'll show him and I go, yay, you know, as if it's a good thing, and then he'll do it. And making certain tasks into games is, I find, the easiest way of getting Henry to do something, rather than sort of shouting orders. It's easy to say, oh, this is what you need to do, and then he will do it if he sees it's a good thing. And also we'll try and test the boundaries. We'll test to see what they can get away with and what they can't. And I notice that Henry does that a lot. And I do think there's a certain point where, like story time now, he must be sitting down whilst reading the story. Because the one thing that they highlighted on in the multi-assessment was him sitting down and concentrating. And that's one thing they've mentioned in nursery, that they're still trying to get him to sit down and listen to a story like the other children and join in. So that's why I've been trying to, at bedtime, I won't read the book until he sits down. And I'll say, Henry, sit down. And if he doesn't sit down, I'll say, Henry, if you don't sit down, I'm not going to read the story. And he'll sit down, and I can see he's going to get up again. So I'll start, and if he says, I'll say, okay, good night. And I won't read the rest of the book. Because, you know, he needs to understand that bedtime is winding down time. When it comes to story time, listening, you must be sitting down and listening. You can't always be running around. So that's where we're at the moment. Just going to go through a section of items. So I just like these shorts. These remember these a lot when we haven't had so much rain. But when it has been really hot, these shorts have been really good to put on him. These were given to us by a lovely lady who's donated a lot of clothes. He could wear them in the swimming pool, on the beach. So I suffers from eczema. One thing the doctor recommended was to wear 100% cotton clothes, no wool. And what we are continuing to do is after a bath, slather him in Sudocrem, and it seems to do the trick. And his skin seems to be a lot better than what it was. So that's a good thing. But I'm going to end things here now. So I'm going to pick up Henry in, I'm going to have to leave in about 5 to 10 minutes. So, but I will do this again soon. But until then, take care. Remember to give a thumbs up if you like this video, and to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.